Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and we can finally look at the Whisper of the Old Gods cards. So that's what we're doing. My last video was all of the neutral cards, and it was a long time. But now we're just gonna focus on the Druid. Then my next video will do Hunter, and so on and so on and so on. So several videos will come out in succession. Click on my name Rydo, and you can find my latest videos on the videos tabs if you need help. So to see the new cards, we need to click on crafting mode first, and then we need to click over here and old gods. And I just include the uncraftable cards just in case that changes anything. It shouldn't, but it might. It really shouldn't since it's an expansion and only basic or classic cards or reward cards are uncraftable. So, Druid cards. What are the new Druid cards? Let's start. First one we have is a 1 mana, 1 attack, 1 health creature called the Forbidden Ancient. He has a battle card to spend all your mana, gain +1/+1 for each mana spent. Hmm. Now, I know the Druid has some cards out there where you can gain mana. But unless I see a lot of cards that give you a lot of mana for free, I imagine you would only play this like on the first turn and at most make it a 3/3 for 1 mana, or maybe a 2. No, a 3/3 I think. Because there is I think a card that gives you 2 extra crystals this turn for 0 mana, so you could play maybe 2 of those, and then you would spend 1 mana for that, then that would give you 3, then that would make this a 4/4. I guess in that scenario this would be a good card to play, but only in this scenario. Otherwise it's kind of a very weird thing, and I don't think you'd ever get to the 10th turn, play this, and then get +9/+9 and have it be a 10/10. Although, having said that, that's actually an amazingly cheap deal. This card is actually useful at every single stage of gameplay. It's useful on the first turn, it's useful on the second turn, it's useful on the third, it's useful on the 10th. Yeah, this card's awesome. It's deceptive, but it's actually an awesome card. Now that I think about it. Next we have a 2 mana spell card. Now there were no spell cards in the neutral deck. I don't think they do spell cards in the neutral deck at all. I can't think of a single neutral spell card. I don't know why. Uh, it's the Mark of Yasari. Give a minion +2/+2. If it's a beast, draw a card. Well, then you would have to be playing a beast deck, which you might do in the druid. Hmm. You might play that. It's cheap for 2 mana to give +2/+2. That's pretty good. Next we have a 3 mana, 2 attack, 2 health beast, the Addled Grizzly. After you summon a minion, give it +1/+1. Hmm. I don't think I would play this card. It's too awkward to ensure that you get that +1/+1, because if you play this on the third turn, it would be real easy for the opponent to kill it, and then you'd never get that bonus. You'd have to play it almost on the fourth turn, and then play a 1 mana character that's +1/+1, and it's still probably not that useful. So I'm not too hot on that one. Next one we have is a 3 mana spell Feral Rage or Feral Rage. Choose one, give your hero +4 attack this turn, or gain 8 armor. So the warrior has a shield smash card that does damage for each armor you have. And there is a spell that will take spell cards from other characters that you're playing, but that would be a very strange combination to get that extra 8 armor. But this does look a little dangerous that they added that. overall, I think this is a great card though. 3 mana to do 4 attack or 8 armor. That's really good. Next we have is the 4 mana, 3 attack, 5 health legendary. See the dragon? That means it's legendary. Character, the Fadril Stage Helm. Stag Helm? Yeah, Stag. Fandril Stag Helm. Your choice, and then no colon. 1 cards. Your choice 1. Cards both have effects combined. What? I know it's late at night. They put this expansion out at midnight, basically, instead of at noon like they were doing it before. It was much nicer when they were doing it at noon. Although I did end up sitting around in the morning checking it for updates all the time. Uh, your choice. Your choose 1. Cards have both effects combined. Oh, okay. This is written terribly, and I may be falling asleep. So, what this is saying, this legendary card, is kind of awesome. Your cards that say choose 1, like summon a 2/2 Trent or draw 1 card is, I think there's a Druid card like that. Now it's saying you don't have to choose, that both of them happen. That's amazingly powerful. That is overpowered, almost certainly. This is going to be used a lot, I think, in tournament play. Next we have is a 4 mana, 4 attack, 5 health. I will say they need to rephrase that though. It needs to be quote choose 1 in quotes cards is how you would do that. 4 mana, 4 attack, 5 health. Character, the Claxy Amber Weaver. Battlecry, if your Cthulhu has at least 10 attack, gain 5 health. I wouldn't play this probably even in a Cthulhu deck. And if you want to see all the other cards that interact with Cthulhu, you have to watch the neutral video and probably all the other videos too, because this expansion is very focused around Cthulhu. But I still don't think I'd play this. It feels like you'd have to play this on the 8th, 9th, or 10th turn before Cthulhu would be powerful enough to give this 5 extra health to make this a 4/10, and that's not worth it. Next we have a 4 mana, 3 attack, 3 health card, the Mire Keeper. Choose 1, summon a 2/2 slime, or gain an empty mana crystal. So these are the cards that this legendary would combine both effects to. So instead of having to choose, you would get a 2/2 slime and gain an empty mana crystal, which is crazy. But ignoring that legendary card, is this a good card? Summon a 2/2 slime or gain an empty mana. I think it's probably alright because it's effectively a 5/5 if you want it to be, or get a mana crystal for 1 mana. Either way, that's pretty good, so I'd play this. I am still waiting to see if slimes become a special class of characters. If there was a spell out there that says for every slime you have, give it +1/+1 or something like that. Because it seems like slimes are getting summoned a couple of times, and there's already some cards that are slimes, or might easily be relabeled as slimes. Like Acidic Ooze, I guess, is technically not a slime, but it could easily be called a slime, and then it would just be a whole new character class, which we haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen any new character classes, but they have given us some pirates, they have given us some mechs, and they have given us some dragons. Next we have is a 6 mana, 5 attack, 7 health. This is the Dark Arakoa? Yes, taunt, battlecry, give your Cthulhu +3/+3. This is the first card to give Cthulhu +3/+3. They usually just give him +2/+2. I would definitely have this in my deck if I was playing a Cthulhu deck. He's pretty balanced. Plus he's a taunt, so he's pretty useful even without it. I I imagine you're going to see people playing cards like this and not even have Cthulhu in their deck, just because they're going to be powerful enough. And then finally, we have a 7-mana spell, Wisps of the Old Gods. Choose one, summon 7/1/1 wisps, or give your minions +2/+2. So there is a spell already that gives your that 7/7/1/1 wisps for about the same amount. So that's good. Or give your minions +2/+2. That's basically like Savage Call of the Wild or Savage Roar. I think it's Savage Roar that does something like that. So overall, that's a good card. I'd have it. It'd be a good showstopper. Speaking of showstopper, that's it for the Druid. These videos are going to be short, but I want to keep them separate. So if people are only interested in seeing the Druid videos, they're only going to have to go through that. So if you want to see the neutral video, that's the one I released before. If you want to see the hunter videos, that will be the next one. It will come out real soon. But right now, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like this video, share it with your friends, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos, because all of that helps me out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.